So for week 7, you are going to be working with aggregate or summary queries. So that's chapter 5 in your book. And once you finish with the lecture demo, you're going to come through the textbook assignment and practice using all of the different aggregate functions or summary queries. And the videos basically go through the different tasks. So you'll learn all about how to use these queries. And then, to give you some additional practice, you're going to do 4 aggregate queries using your own final project. So I have an example using my Sugar Bakers database. And you can basically do the queries however you want. You do need to have at least one aggregate function in each query. And you can't repeat the same aggregate for all of your queries. So you can't just use the count aggregate for every single query. You'll notice I did the count here. And then I used count, but I also used sum. So you do have to mix it up and use different types of aggregates. Here I used count and average. Here I used min, max, and average. Okay, and here I have another one with count. Okay, so you need 4 aggregates. I've actually given you examples of more than 4. You only need 4, and they are worth 5 points each. Okay, and they can be on whatever you want as long as you're using your final project tables. Then, to share your final project with others in the class, we are going to have what I call a mini showcase. So, what you are going to need to do is create a PowerPoint presentation. And I did this on Sugar Bakers. And you do need a title slide. You need to include your database diagram. So if you don't have that diagram feature in SSMS anymore, you can just use your Word document. Okay? Do a little screenshot of the diagram in your Word document and put it in here. Then for each of your tables, you're going to need to run a select that displays the data and do a screenshot. And then you're going to need to kind of open up the table and show the columns and do a screenshot of that. Now, what I think works really well is the snipping tool. So if you come down here, you can key in snipping tool. Comes with Windows. And you can launch it. And so basically, it's going to open up like this. And if you are in SSMS, you can just kind of drag over the section that you want to include. Now, let me launch this. So let's say, I don't know if I have Sugar Bakers in here right now. Oh, I do. Okay, so here's my Sugar Bakers. And so let me do a new query window. So if I do a select, well, first I better tell it to use Sugar Bakers. And I'm just going to say select asterisk from customers. And let me run that. Okay, so this is my data. So I take my snipping tool, I hit new, and I drag it over that. Now I can just go to edit and copy, go into PowerPoint and paste it. Okay, and then you can kind of drag it around into place. And then for the table, I come over here and I expand that out. I can again use the snipping tool and just drag over this. And then use edit and copy and paste it right into PowerPoint. Okay, so you do need to do that for every single table. So once you have the title, the database diagram, all of your tables, then you're done with the PowerPoint portion, and you're going to want to turn that in for me to grade because I'm going to be looking for all of those things. So here is the Dropbox for the PowerPoint. But then in order for you to share this with your classmates, you need to go into the discussion forum, and you are going to have to convert the PowerPoint into a video. So this is not a difficult thing to do. You just use the file menu, the export command, and then you choose create video. Okay, and you're probably going to want full HD, and then you hit create video. You'll have to choose a name for the video and a location for the video file. Make sure you leave it on an MP4 because that is the streaming format that the internet can play. And as your video saves, you will see a progress bar along the bottom. And then you're basically going to share this with the class by coming into the discussion, clicking on add a new discussion topic. And then you can just, whatever you called it, like I would say, sugar bakers, mini showcase. Right? And then to upload the video, you have to click on this button. Now, I do have step-by-step instructions here as far as what you need to click in order to navigate to your video and upload it. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through that process for you. And let's see, so I'm going to click on Browse. And I'm going to choose File. And now I have to find it on my system. And it's not in Downloads. I think it's in Term Project, hopefully. Here it is. That's my MP4. I'm going to hit Open. I'm going to say Sugar Bakers, presentation, and I'm going to upload. And it may take a little while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and insert. Okay, so there it is. And at this point, I would post it to the forum. Okay, and then you guys would be able to come in here and play it. So I'll escape that. So that is what you need to do to share with each other. And then you will need to reply to 5 other students' presentations and indicate what you like about their database and their design. So coming back out here. So that is the discussion. The Jeopardy is just kind of a fun thing if you want to kind of test your own knowledge for concepts that we've covered. You can go out and kind of play. It is set up like the real Jeopardy. And that is pretty much what we are covering this week. I did include a extra credit from test number 2. I kind of took a look at the questions that some of you missed and put it into a little Word document that you can download. And basically you'll just open up this document, answer these questions, and submit it, and you can get extra credit. Okay, and that does not need to be in until the 3rd, which is when all of week 7 assignments are due. To help you out with that, I did open up this block, which has a lot of review material in it, and there's quite a bit on indexes, which people did seem to have some a hard time with. And as you go through here, you'll see that union, intersect, accept, which we just covered. There's a YouTube video on that. And quite a few of the topics that we've covered already are in here. And as we proceed through the course, we will cover all of these topics. So this is a nice resource for you. And then once again, if you have any questions or problems, please let me know because I am here to help you.